Welcome to the Healthcare Payment and Revenue Integrity South Speaker Interview Series, where I, Lydia Toth, the producer of this upcoming event, will have the pleasure of interviewing some of our esteemed speakers. I'm currently joined by David Flannery, the Director of Telegenetics and Digital Genetics at Cleveland Clinic, who will be presenting the talk, Tackling Telehealth Reimbursement Issues at our event in February. Hi, David.
Good morning. It's nice to be here.
So my first question for you would be to briefly describe what your talk at the event will be about.
Right. Well, I'm going to discuss some of the challenges in billing and then reimbursement for virtual care, including telehealth visits as well as remote patient monitoring.
So moving on from that, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges currently in telehealth, and what is the biggest challenge that you've personally had to tackle in digital telegenetics?
Right. Well, currently, since we emerged from the pandemic and the waivers that were every payer had for virtual services, there's some chipping away at those waivers, and so some payers are not as lenient about reimbursing and covering virtual care, and that's it varies from market to market, et cetera. The biggest challenge coming up for virtual visits, though, is the new CPT codes coming, I believe, January 1st, 2025, which a whole new set of CPT codes for live interactive video visits with patients. And those are different than the codes you currently use, because currently you used like an E&M code with a 95 modifier to indicate that after the implementation of new codes, you're going to have to use a new code and not use codes with the 95 modifier. So, of course, what this then means is there's going to be a period of time after the implementation of the new codes that payers may not have all loaded those new codes into their system. And so you may be billing appropriately a code for the new service code, but the payer may not cover it because it's not in their system yet. So you're going to have to deal with denials and appeals. This is not uncommon when new CPT codes come for services, but it's something to be prepared for. The other challenge is an ongoing challenge is there are a number of codes now for remote patient monitoring. And the challenge many organizations have is that those codes are billed for remote patient monitoring over each 30-day block of time. And many institutions are having a challenge of how they can capture the small increments of time in the remote patient monitoring over that 30-day period of time to then aggregate that, to then have the documentation to support the submitted codes. So it's not a matter there of the codes, it's a matter of tracking the data and documenting. It's been a challenge.
I mean, I look forward to your talk, to talk about some of the ways that you've addressed this. So what aspect of the event are you the most looking forward to?
Not having attended the event previously, it'd be very interesting to me to hear the other speakers and then also have a chance to network with the speakers as well as the attendees.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview with me, and I look forward to meeting you in person in Miami at the event.